Hello all. In the latest release of our Oracle SQLcl, Oracle have released the MCP server, which is a massive development in terms of the way you will interact with your Oracle database. So in this video, we're going to discuss about MCP with Oracle database using SQLcl and Claude Desktop. So don't worry if you don't understand any of MCP or haven't used SQLcl before or Claude before. So I'll try to explain it to you in simple terms, and it's a simple installation, and I'll be showing you the demo as well. How do you install? How do you configure? How do you connect? And finally, how do you execute your queries using natural language in Claude Desktop? Okay, so let's proceed. So first, let's get to MCP, which is Model Context Protocol. So this can be explained backwards to be more clear, more understandable. So this is a protocol to provide context to the model. So the model here is large language model. It can be Meta or ChatGPT, any kind of model, Cohere models or anything. So the way the architecture of this, the way it works is, so you have your computer as in here, and here you will have your Claude, like Claude or ChatGPT or Copilot, VS Code, cursor, anything. So this is your MCP host. So host is basically something that is interacting, that is on your desktop, and it has connection to the LLM. Then you have something called MCP client, which basically it's that connects your AI host to the outside world, or in this case, even if you have a local database, also it will connect. So this MCP client is a software that connects your um, host to the outside world. Yep. And then you have, how does it connect? How does it connect to the outside world or different resources? Yeah. So it happens through something called MCP protocol. This was developed by Anthropic, which are one of the leading LLM providers. So then these MCP servers each can have its own functionality, right? So, and each MCP server has its own tools, resources, and prompts. So tools are basically what actions the, the client can invoke, and resources is basically what data or what file system or anything that is available, mostly read-only, um, or it can be write as well. But you need to be very careful when you provide access to the LLM, right? Then you have a prompts basically, which are coming from here, the desktop and the server. In the server you have a set of prompts, so you can use those prompts. So it uh, so the server understands them, and then it routes the prompt or the request through resources and tools. It selects the tools available, and it tries to reach out to resources, gather the information, and provide you with the output in the host, back to the host again. So the, as I said, the servers can be of different type. So here I'm for example purpose, I'm showing a local data source, which can be locally installed database or even your flat files and CSVs. and one web API. So this is external data services, like for example, a weather API or any SaaS database, your Oracle ERP Cloud database, or ERP Cloud web services, REST web services. Yeah. Okay, so you can further read into it. There are a number of YouTube videos on model context protocol, uh, but to simply remember that, so it is a protocol to provide context. Context here in the sense like which tools to use, which resources to use to the model, to the large language model. Okay. So, and then second part, some of you might have used this already, SQLcl. It's basically uh, SQL command line. If you remember SQL Plus, which used to be the command line for Oracle database, and this is much more improved version, so ultra improved version. So, and I've just listed what are the capabilities, different capabilities. You can do number of things on this, and it's far more powerful. Even the formatting is quite nice. You can see here, uh, the formatting is quite nice. I'd suggest you explore more. You install, you download this. So, um, and I'll show you this demo how to download, how to access SQLcl. Um, and then you can explore. You can explore different commands and read more about them. So there's a lot of documentation again on this. We're not going into these in this chapter. Then these are the steps I will be going through, or if you want to practice, these are the steps you want to uh, go through. Uh, so if I take a step back and explain what we are trying to do here, using Claude Desktop, it's like ChatGPT. I am going to issue a command saying, okay, get me the list of, or prepare a scatter plot for all the salaries from employees table. So that is the prompt I'm giving to Claude here, which is the host. Then the what Claude does, it will look at the MCP client, and it will identify what which server is available. So it will connect to that server, and then it will use the tools. So which tools it will use? It will use connect tool. It will use using SQLcl. Of course, everything goes through SQLcl and into Oracle 23i database. So it will use connect tool. It will use query tool. It will write a select query. It will then use APIs to plot the graph, and finally it will show you the graph. So that's one use case I just outlined. So to do that, so first you need to install Oracle database, of course, and then you need to download SQLcl and add SQLcl to the path, and then install Claude Desktop. So this is free again. This is free. This is free. This is free. Uh, and then you need to configure SQLcl MCP for Claude Desktop. We'll go through the steps, so don't worry. I'll give you the code as well, the series of commands you will need to run. Um, then then you need to create a sample schema. So you can, hey, I'm taking HR schema here, which is available on the GitHub, Oracle GitHub, but you can take any schema. And you need to create MCP compatible saved connection. So this is so that Claude can access the da- uh, database using SQLcl. And then you will add a SQLcl MCP server. So this is the important part, most important part. Otherwise, you won't be able to query your database from Cloud. Um, Then after all these steps, then you can chat with Claude Desktop and you can query about your database. You can do lot more stuff. Uh, I'm sure this will further evolve, this MCP server, but for now we have a few capabilities listed on the documentation. We I've tested with some of them, and it works. It works perfectly fine, and I think this is going to help a lot of developers and users. So especially users, they don't have to log in into the database and or ask a developer to produce a report. They can do it through Claude. um, yeah, it is going to be much powerful, this one. uh, and then you have but how do you know what queries it is running and what user it is logging in as, etc. So for that, Oracle have cleverly logging everything. So basically there are two tables which are db tools mcp log, db tools execution history. So these tables capture everything, all the commands issued by the Claude desktop to or the LLM or the host, basically, sorry, or the host or LLM to the database. And most important thing is security. So if you yeah, of course, don't give sys or sysdb access to the to LLM. So this is where it is important you create a read-only schema, and don't do this on production databases, of course. um, yeah, have have a schema, locked in schema, and with read-only database, and be mindful of the sensitivity of the data, etc. Because Cloud can make mistakes, any LLM can make mistake. uh, yeah and always double check the responses, it can be wrong as well. Yeah, it will improve on time. So let's get to the demo. I'll just show you if I come out of this. I'll just show you these steps one by one. So first, let's look at Oracle 23i install. So what I would suggest is a easier installation is to use this one, the container image, which if you're familiar with Docker, it'll be much easier because I'd say uh, learn this. It is very quick to learn, and you can. So basically, you will issue command like this. You pull the Docker image, so it will pull the image for you. Then you can see here the Oracle image has been pulled, right? And then what you do is you run and create the Docker image. Okay, so after the image is pulled, sorry, after the image is pulled, then you run the Docker container. Yeah. I'll show you the commands for all of this. So go to your Docker, and all you have to do is you go to Docker, you open the command line terminal, you issue these commands. So this is to create image, this is to create a container, and then you log in, you go into bash uh, on the Oracle 23 DB, and then you can at this point you can even use SQLDeveloper to connect, because you have made a connection. Then you create users or HR schema, anything you want. So sample HR schema is in this one, is in this GitHub. I will put these in the comments. I'll put all of these comments in. I'll put all of these commands in the comments. Um, then let's go back to, that is the first step. So install 23i, or if you don't want to use Docker, go to the do like old fashioned. You can download Windows version of Oracle 23i, install it, start it, etc. But Docker, I would recommend Docker. It's quick and um, easier version. So and then you download SQLcl. SQLcl downloads are directly available. So you just click on this link, or you sorry, click on this link, and then it will download it for you. So SQL Server, SQLcl is installed. For example, SQLcl, um, I've just put in into my folder directly. Um and then once you go into it, the main folder, SQLcl latest. So you see bin and libraries. In bin, uh, you have this SQL. So this is a path to your SQLcl, right? So you need to put this path in the append this path in the path variable. So, and you have a command for that as well. Uh, I'll provide you that, and then yeah, you need to add that in, otherwise it won't work. Then you install Cloud Desktop. So this is very straightforward. You It might prompt you for the Gmail account or under any email, which you can do. So install it using Claude.ai download. So this is basically in a uh, host environment, or it's like ChatGPT or Copilot on your PC. So you download this, and once you download, so configure SQLcl MCP for Claude Desktop. Okay, let's look at this step. So these are all installs and yeah, downloads mainly. So configuration starts from here. So let's look at this step. So you will install Cloud, and it will appear like this. Then you go to File, Settings, and then go to Developer. I have SQLcl already here, but so once if it's a fresh installation, you won't have this. So you click on Edit Config. So Edit Config will take you to your Cloud Cache folder. Then there is a file called Claude underscore desktop underscore config dot .json. Okay, so you click on it. It's Notepad usually. Okay, so here you add your MCP server to the Claude. What you're saying is, okay, Claude, use this MCP server. So enable this MCP server on my Claude desktop. So this is a standard JSON format, and it will use, you are saying command is go and run this. So what is this? This is your SQLcl. So if I show you, you are asking Cloud to create a server to run this. Yeah, run SQLcl. And this has the capability. So SQLcl has number of tools, so connect to database, query database, or even some DBS stuff. So there's a lot of tools it is offering at the moment. So, and there are they might extend as well. So Oracle might add some more tools into it, which will be quite handy. So, and this is standard. You say args MCP. That means you are saying it is created as per the MCP protocol. Okay, that is you have configured, and then you need some schema and data to interact this with. So you create HR schema, and you can. I have used this one. So there is this Git repository. It's very simple. You just need to run one after another account, create tables, populate tables, and this has any triggers, etc. So if you look at this, you can change the password, etc. But if it's in local database, it shouldn't matter a lot, and this is sample data anyway. So yeah, it's you create the user and grant you give some grants to the HR user. Then you create all the tables, etc. So just run these scripts one after another, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Then you create MCP compatible saved connection. So this is needed because when you want to connect from Claude to the database, you don't input the password every time. So, but you're not giving your password to Claude. Uh, you are just saving the connection. So the connection always goes through SQLcl. So SQLcl validates the connection. Say if the SQLcl is down, so you will not be able to connect to the database through Claude. Then add SQL MCP server to Claude. This I've shown you. We've done this. Then once you have done this, what will happen is if I come out of this, might need to restart the cloud. So give me a second. Yeah. So you can see here the you can see here SQLcl appears here. So these are different tools you have, and this is a tool you just installed. SQLcl you have installed and configured this in MCP server. So if I click on into this one, it shows. Um, sorry, this is not a tool. This is a server. Yeah, MCP server. And within this MCP server, you have all these tools. And what does this tools do? So it connects to the resources. Where are the resources? The resources are in your Oracle 23i database. Yeah. So if you can look at this, so it has list connections, connect, disconnect, run SQLcl, run SQL. Okay. So let's check something here. Just do list connections. Let's see what it does. So it is asking Claude would like to use this tool, which is SQLcl, and you can see here the model LLM model. It is a Claude Sonnet 4, and MCP client is MCP. So let me allow once and see what happens. Okay, it is listing what connections are available through SQLcl in the database. Yeah. So let's say I want to connect to 23AI database here, which is where I have deployed my um, my HR schema. Okay, so connect 23AI. So this keeps coming again. So I will click on allow always and let's see. Okay, so this is connected, but why is it running this SQL again? So this is because this is something I just tried before preparing for this video. So it just had this in the memory, and then it has just rerun this query. So let's see what query is being rerun here. So it has just run select the columns from the employees table. Yeah, and it has all the response, but it just showing that. So let me write a for different query. Which employee has highest salary? Which is boring. It's just a common one. Uh, Let me create a scatter plot graph for employee hire date, hire date year versus salary. Okay, let's see what it does. Yeah, it has run this query, and hopefully this query is correct. We can review it later. Yeah, extract here, and then it's picking the salary. Then it is trying to generate a scatter plot visualization. So you don't have to build anything for this, because it has inbuilt capabilities. Like in Python, you have uh, in Python you have libraries like matplotlib. So this just uses those type of libraries to create the uh, graphs or visual representation. Yeah, and it's generating the code as well. So if you want, you can take that and change it. Okay, now it's quite impressive. So what it has done, it has listed you how many employees, average salary, highest salary, what is the year range of the hire dates, um, and it has given the key insights as well, and it has plotted everything on a scatter plot. It's quite impressive. Say, yeah. So this is just the beginning of I think the SQLcl MCP server. I think this gives users a lot of capabilities. They can do lots of stuff. Data profiling, data cleansing, identifying the patterns in data. They don't have to, yeah. I mean, even for developers, this gives a quick, like, it will be very fast developing anything for uh, for the developers as well. That if they want to update this, then they can take the code as well, and then you can, because it is giving you the code, so you can update it. Yeah, you can take this React code, and then you can update it and change it as you like. But uh, yeah, this is going to be exciting, and yeah, I'm quite impressed really. Yeah, this is end of the demo. I will add all of these resources in the video description section, and if you want any help with the installation or configuring, don't worry if it's your first time doing AI, or installing the or using Docker, or using MCP. Yeah, ping me in the comments, and I'll get back to you. Okay. And yeah, that's our demo. And yeah, thanks for watching, and please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yeah, thank you very much.